Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Software Inc. with Expert Technologies. I know it's been a while since we've seen an episode of Software Inc. Expert Technologies. Just overall in life, I've been busy and kind of, trying to get back into the swing of things and just kind of taking a break mentally of creativeness and all that jazz. And was kind of just focusing on my job with being so busy and other things in life. So, um, overall, as we're coming back to the swing of things, we've maxed out every single room in this building. Um, the next step would be, either build our own or I have downloaded blueprints under the workshop to use those. But soon as I get to that point of getting those buildings and doing our own plot, it seems like everyone just leaves. So and that's with my experience of either recording it on the series because that's what happened when I did like one or two series ago, and this series kind of just was I'm not gonna say like a dump, but overall in general, like I started to get going, and then all of a sudden I accidentally delete, or no, I started to get going, then I went bankrupt, and then I started over. And then as soon as I got a good roll going, accidentally deleted the share or the save, and then had to restart over again. So um, it happens. Not everything is perfect, but within this point, we're in that kind of a little bit of a revolving door where it's kind of the end, but not necessarily the end because of there's still manufacturing that I can get into, of making a console, making a phone, in the near future, and they've done quite a bit or a decent amount of bug fixes and other patches, so to speak. Um, so it's not all of a sudden you're just sitting here waiting for everything to release and all that jazz and be an automation. I think they've kind of fixed it a little bit, um, but it is out there for the patch notes. If you haven't taken a look, or if you haven't even thought of buying the game, it's on Steam. um, 20-30 bucks. It's a well worth established simulation, like startup company dev, game dev tycoon. It's those type of games where you start from the beginning. You have low money to start off with. You can either advance more with doing a loan, but then you're paying back more, and based off of what you get off your contracts is kind of just paying off those payments as a debt, um, and then you continue to build your company. And as you make profits, you either can take the risk of expanding your company too big quickly, or slowly by adding one employee, maybe per quarter of the year or half a year or something like that, and you slowly improve, or you take that risk, expand it quickly, and hopefully that your products sell pretty good regularly and not just a one time thing and then everything. Not saying it fails, but it's just overall it's not as good as it was before than the first time, and then you go from say 5 million sales to now 2.5. So then your dev team is going to have to not necessarily shrink, but just hopefully you get into gear with your team on here and try to get back to that either 5 million or try to increase it to 6 million. So it's all about, today's day and age of making the next dollar. What are you going to do to make it better? Are you going to either within this game that you can hire those young, not really in this game it's young, not really educated individuals, even though in the real world there are some young kids that are very well educated. They go into the workforce and they can do a lot of stuff, whether it be software engineering, and all that jazz, or, you know, They come in with minimum experience, they know some coding and stuff like that, and they get their certifications throughout their job, or there's training that companies will send them to be like, hey, go to this training, and then you get, whether it be an increase or they keep you at that wage. But then as soon as you've proven yourself that this training helped you, and say 3 months from there, then they're like, okay, we've seen some progress of what you've been learning, so we will give you that raise that your training and everything paid off in the long run. Or they give it to you right away. It really just depends on the company. But overall, in general, that's what kind of this company is. And you can either expand to printing your own products and also printing other people's products too. So then you get a royalty share based off of it. Per print, you get 25 cents as an example, but it's not really that high, but you get 25 cents per copy. So if it's 5 million copies, you get 25 cents per copy, as you are running your own machines, and it's money that, for maintenance. So let's get into it. As we have OS Expert that's going to be coming out in November of this year. So we started marketing for that. Starting another press release towards right at the end. May not even make it. And then we got, updates on Soldier of War franchise that just came out recently. And they're working on the next game that will be coming out in April of 98. And within this game too as well, you don't have to start at 1980. You can start at 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010. The later you start, the more stuff you have available to you, and that could either be a plus or a minus to you. Meaning that you may start, ramping up on all the manufacturing and everything right away, and then you are in a hole because of all this, machinery costs quite a bit of money to operate. So it just all depends on what is available. So we are the next day, and we've went from 77 million to 78. Now we've been kind of tottering. So I must have sent a press release. We got our hands OS Expert from Expert Technologies. Doesn't really know. We haven't really heard about OS Expert. It looks amazing, and new features you'll be able to try it in the near future. So as it will be coming out in November. So Virus Ender has been quite a big success for us too as well. So we released that right away. That is our antivirus, and it's been releasing once a year with new features. So sent out the press release about Expert Try Studio, June of 1997, cutting edge and all that jazz. The only thing that I'm not dissing on the people who made this game, it just seems like when you send out a press release, it's the same thing over and over. The same style of wordage, the same style of everything else. And so I wish there was maybe a difference in like each product of a 3D editor, a antivirus and stuff like that. But overall, it does do its job on sending it out, and then also having the marketing team to get that hype of while they're waiting for the release of the OS Expert. And then I will wait until the end of August. After August is done, then we will get into sending that release, and hopefully we have a bunch of people and we will accept that, as we can easily do that. So we have essentially all of the automation working on focusing on all the hardware printing instead of me having to do it. So if they don't need any copies because they seem like it doesn't seem like it's selling, then it's not selling and they're not going to print out any more copies. Whereas I would have to update it and be like, okay, now we're printing too many, and that will either be good or bad, because then you're sending out more than what you can handle. So, and essentially, I could expand the teams into the warehouses, but I am not going to make it where people on computers are actually in a warehouse. So, but I can make like areas for either more printers or manufacturing. Obviously not in the space where the servers are at, but that's where that's at. I am not selling Soldier of War. We are in September, so it is going to be released in so they're saying, hey, could you stop writing about it? Well, it's literally going to be out next month. So I'm trying to get as many followers as possible. So, or in 2 months. So hopefully that will help. And what we could do is a review for that. And hopefully that's a good one. Do a review for that. We'll update the system on that. 9.6. That is a new thing to say. You can promote it to beta right away, or you can we'll promote it to beta, or essentially iterate it. And then it goes back. So it will be working on the bugs right there. It's going up to 180. A print job, so we get 0.39 cents per copy of 632. Basically 630 9 or whatever it is. We're gonna educate, and we're gonna do that. So that way that person can do the hiring and the firing. There's that. All these people need education. Wonder if it's the software. Yeah. Design. We did not do any designs contract-wise. So we'll do a system update for that. Okay. So hopefully you've learned something from this game as you were watching. So it's the office software that has a leader that doesn't handle education, which then I have to handle it, which isn't a bad thing. So we've gone from 79 million to 75 million, close to 76. So we're kind of teetering on plateauing, essentially. We can look at what we are doing digital. We lead the market by 1.7%. As we have taken 12% of revenue cut, we could go down to 10, and we can see how that works as well. And then these are all the distribution deals that we have because of they're on our network. So, and if we were to select on all of that, that means we're on their network, and we are then paying money to distribute our stuff into their product, which we don't want to do at the moment because of we are making money and plateauing. If we were making more, then of course then we could just do that and be able to not worry about it. But with what I want to accomplish, so operating system, automation. So operating system, we can now go into automation. So after this OS expert were to go out, we can now make it into an automated project. So they want just 105,000 copies, so 106. So we just made a deal with that, and we are making 40 cents a copy. And we're going to accept that because that is over the 5,000 limit of what I've mentioned. Because we do so many support deals right now that if it's over 5,000 within the 3 crews of what I have, it is worthwhile because all of them are high paying salary. Or if it's lower than 5,000, then I'm not going to consider it. But it seems like we are losing money, which is not good. And we are in November. So we'll just do a quick press build. Send it out. It's not until, so we would print a maximum of 250,000 for that. Ignore. We're gonna go empty-handed. Did I print any of these? I might have. See what kind of deal. As development, we don't do that. So those guys again, be out any moment now. We're just gonna release it. It has been released. It's a 2-star, 2-star, and 3-star. We are not ordering copies. And we'll do 75,000. So we will do that. Manufacturing. Okay. We'll do 1 million for right now. Just for a split second, just getting a lot of product out. Because as soon as this gets unavoidable, like this one, then it will be good. Update that network. Okay, that is up to date. And we're gonna open up or gonna update that tremendously. Hopefully it's quick. There we go. And marketing, we will do that as well. So I saw 17,000 per day, so we will take that. Development, we don't do. And hopefully this gets figured out. And then we'll go to project. Okay. Select all. We'll do there. This expert leader. Unless if she okay is back. Okay. We'll do that. None. Support teams. Marketing. There we go. So we're the marketing team basically. Update teams will be updating, importing, and then there's that. Prototype software, OS. Release cooldown, we'll do 4 months. System products, there's nothing. I'll go to SCM. Okay, we'll do 300. Server, dates. Importing and reporting. We're gonna pause this for a second. And then that will catch. Hosting. Gonna do that. Gonna reject that. We'll do that. We'll do that. That's no problem. We'll do that. We won't do that. That we're gonna do. And that. We are making a decent amount of money right now. That going. It's already has until 1997, so that has quite a bit of time. So overall, I think we're in a good spot. It's prominent right now. So we'll make it 100,000. Handle marketing. Update cycle. 36 every 3 months. Iteration cooldown, we don't need any. Because it takes forever to make these operating systems. So that will be perfect like that. And that will be good like that. Now, it's probably that one I need to do. Am I able to do try studio? I can. Okay, we're all set up now. I think before I had it and maybe they I just didn't trust that it was going like in the, I wouldn't say in the dumps, but like the meter wasn't doing too well. 3D editor. We'll do those two. Those two. Update teams. Will be 3D editor. There's that. I think what I may do is release this right now. It's very early, but I think it will do well. As it's 4, 3, 2. So I'm not gonna order. Do that. Proto software. That. Existing. Nothing. Do that. Handle porting. Do 2.5. That. Handle marketing. Do it for 36. Updates. Server. Just gonna go to that one. Source control management. Usually do 200 for development time. How long to keep the project developed related to the optimal time it would take to develop. So I just keep it at 200. Maybe have a 2-month release period. I know I've done it in the past, but so then there's that. Going to update that right away and get this show on the road. gonna go there. This gen's gonna go there. So that's okay. Move that to right there with them. So we'll see how this kind of folds out. We released it kind of early, but now everybody will be able to be like an automation, so to speak, kind of fix their own stuff, be able to handle reporting. There. Got some from LinkedIn. We don't design anything. It seems like we just been plateauing our finances. Get 0.08. I know I haven't really been putting anything in here, so it's January, so I'll put $1. Deposit it and just see where it goes. Office software, I want to do some development, and it's been going pretty well so far with all these updates and everything else. And it seems like our support staff is able to keep up, our marketing's able to keep up. We're in prominent, so we haven't made it to unavoidable quite yet. We're at widespread. We're at prominent there, unavoidable there. We're gonna end that. We'll update that. We get that updated. Oh, this Gen 2 is still... We'll put a review out for it. Print job, 0.39. Just wishing we can get a little bit more money out of it, but... Or like negotiation powers of like, hey, I would just say, hey, 50 cents instead of 0.39, but... We'll promote it. It's at 9.6. There we go. I think it's $2 right away, so... Office software. Some system. Print job. Hit shift, hit OK on those two. And support we're gonna reject. Think, why would you reject? It was 2.6K per day. That's just within our wheelhouse. That's not. I mean, you could say, oh yeah, accept every single deal and you're still making money, but essentially you're not. I mean, you are, but in business perspective, my team is worth 5K or more. So I have 3 teams of 30. Manufacturing reject. We'll accept that. And we don't do design. So, software, I want some. Educate. So. There's our own stuff. Let's see how many people. Experts, 38,000. Let's get started. We're in the negative 1 million from it. Did I? Okay, good. Price under 8 is already good to go out. So it is trying to make it unavoidable. But I think if you were to advertise it too much, it's a headache. Office software, we'll do 2D on it. But other than that, we have releases coming out in October of 99, May of 97 for Virus Ender and Soldier of War franchise. Other than that, the others are slowly building their projects or taking the time and making sure it's all good to go with all the updates that are coming out on each of the products. Then we got Expert Desgen 2. They want to give me 1.5 mil, and I'm going to decline. So, Office software, I think is the Desgen 2, and that is the person that can't. Oh, they can handle everything. They just can't do automation. I'm going to see if I can find somebody who can do automation. That's a lead. High value. Question. Normal. I can do HR and automation. Or just some. Oh, that is perfect. It's got big brain, so they'll be able to fill out those slots too. It's got some programming, some designing. Or modest it's salary wise, but I'll take Davis Leonard and employee-wise, I am sorry, but you are now eliminated. And change roles. Secondary programming. So office software. Okay. What should be this one? HR management. That's probably why. All right. That was the issue. Which, glad it's fixed, but now I can I will wait until that can be released, but overall desk gen so this guy can do it. This one is good, and we're gonna release it now. Like, it's good to go. It's 200. 70, not ordering. We'll do that. Prototype. Do it that. Do 2 months. Do 200 updates. 36. No marketing. Teams. Before his audio. I thought there was one. Maybe I was gonna specify one to each of them. Maybe I'll add them just for the time being. The pre stuff is usually sometimes harder. So far, I think everything is now under automation. Hiring a new lead to make DeskGen automated. Everything else. So, we'll do that for a print job. We are rejecting that. We're not selling anything away. If they're trying to buy it from us, that means it's a very good product, even though it wasn't 100% like all 5 stars for 3 categories, which is good. Means you're kind of jealous in a way. So, hopefully, everything will be running smoothly now, because everyone will be able to handle manufacturing their support, porting, and all that jazz. So that should be on the up now, the up and rising. So this room is free shop, which is our 2D. And we got marketing 2D. We got antivirus. We got marketing 1, antivirus, support, marketing, and marketing, try studio. It's only the try studio. At first I was just like thinking, I was like, oh, why is it marketing having 2 per room? But it's not marketing, it's the try studio. And some teams have second shift teams and some teams don't, so courier, because there's nothing going on for the time being. Reject that, check that, but we will add that to our list of multiple things. So we'll update it, even though it doesn't need to be updated. So we're up 1.3. I have one more signed, but now we're up 29.2. So reject. Soldier 2, 3, 5, and 3. So that came out recently. We'll kinda we'll do some marketing on that. So, Iris Hunter, Jody Stevens, she wants a fixed rate or get fired. So, details, her portfolio, she's done Ender 3 to 8, and each one of them has made a profit. And she's gotten a good compatibility with everybody, friends wise. So what I will do is Pester, walk it off, snail pace. I like you, team member. There's nothing to do. I feel stuck here. I'm happy with benefits. So I will give her the fixed rate, and I'll do 50. And her A is 5, 5, and 4. So that is good, essentially. But I'm gonna go with antivirus. And she's done 3 to 8. So It's been great, inspiring, outstanding, inspiring, outstanding, inspiring, and so she's done outstanding, inspiring. So, or at least as a lead. Soldier of War, not gonna happen, buddy. Yes. Best product, Soldier of War 2. Wow. And that's the only thing we were ordered for. And now they want to give us development stuff because we've had the best game, which we don't do side contracts on development, so at least not my team. I'll sign them to do something. I'll give them something to do throughout the day. So we got 77 million, so like I mentioned, we are teeter-tottering on basically plateauing. Like, we can make more money, then we pay rent, and then we do all the bills and everything, and then when it comes to making all these products and having all these deals, we go back up to 77 million and come back down. So there's no win-win situation kind of right now until we release more products and those products are selling tremendously. And that's what we have to do. And we could expand to a new office and try to do that, but with the office of what we're doing now, as we are plateauing, it wouldn't really make a good case for that. But now we have every product under automation, so hopefully this kind of solves the issue, and everything just keeps cycling upwards and not a revolving door. So, because not everything is cheap to deal with. And we'll give marketing 1 something to do, since they're kind of idling and not really doing anything, so give them some for a little bit, and they can help out throughout all other stuff, then I'll give it to them. And then, based off of that, we did release some stuff early, but it's not the end of the world. They're the first or second products, and hopefully everything improves from there. So right now we got 2D editor coming out in January of 98, May of 2000, and nothing else for right now. So on top of that, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode as we try to improve and got to 78 million right now. Started off the episode with 77, and now we're at 78. So let's try to improve as we move forward. So pause it 1 second, and hopefully y'all have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are, and have a good one.